Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Truforce, and this is a Megaman X color variant, and this is the Kickstarter exclusive. It comes with the blue and red blast effects. Alright, so here's the box art, and this is actually a little different from the other two. You have this really nice X in front, and you got the top part here, and let's take a quick peek inside. There we go, it's held by a magnet, and we got Megaman X here. It has a color scheme of gray and orange. I like orange. And I'm quite happy that they made this variant really nice. And for the most part, it's the same loadout as it's just a color variant basically. And we are getting the blue effect part as opposed to the yellow one. And I think a lot of people prefer to have the blue. And here we have some specs. Yep, and you can pause the video and read up on that. Quite nice. You also have a side profile here, line art. Same on this side, the front part. And on the bottom, I got some caution, warning. And this is for ages 15 and up. It is a collector's figure, manufactured by Sentinel Toys, which is great. I like this made in factory sticker. And on the back here, we got more images. A lot of posing. Quite great. And here, what it's included. There we go. And that's it for the box. Let's take a look inside. Alright, here we go. We got quite a bit of stuff here. And you're also gonna get your instruction booklet here. As well as the batteries, LR41s. You got 2 of them. And some other good stuff here. And we got the effect parts. We're getting red and blue. That's amazing. And I'm really happy they've gave more color. And actually, being a Kickstarter exclusive, this is a really nice treat for us who've backed up the project. So we're getting the blue effect part here. Really nice blue. Likewise, you're getting this blast effect, as well as this kind of like star, which is in the front part. And basically, we're just gonna connect the pieces here, and we're gonna remove this section here, add this one. Although they only give you one of this, kind of wish they gave another one. Well, get this thing aligned. Here we go. And for this. So unfortunately, we only have one of that. So if you want to use the red one, and just a comparison with the first one, here's from the regular one, the kind of like yellow with a orange. Yep. And I'm gonna have to borrow this for the other one. So here's the red. Actually, I might have used it here, and it's the kind of the blast. Take it out and align it. There we go. Interesting. So this is a lot more redder, as well as this one a bit more orange. Kind of wonder if you just swap it out. You probably could. And there we go. If you want to have a little variety, swapping out the colors. They should have just made a straight peg on this. It's weird. There we go. You can mix and match them. And I believe the New York Comic Con exclusive one has a purple effect. So when I get around on reviewing that one, I will showcase all of this. That's great. And likewise, oh, let's put this back the way it should be. Yeah, this is really nice. Again, I'm a bit of a fan of effect parts. If I see it, I'll try to get one. There we go. Right, so that's enough for the effect parts. Let's put that aside. We're gonna have the same base here, two different variety of hands, an alternate face compared to this one here, and I think this is I think it's the same face as the regular version. Then you have your effect thruster flaps on the back. You got your blaster here and your stand, which comes with two arms, one for him and the other one for the blast effect parts here. And likewise, before you manipulate this, make sure you use a Phillips screwdriver, you know, the one with a cross here, and do a quarter turn on each one of them just to loosen it up, you know, counterclockwise quarter turn. That should do the trick. Then when you get the right pose, go ahead and tighten it. Not too tight though. Again, these are clear plastic. They are prone to crack. Yeah. Anyways, that's all that. Let's take a closer look at Megaman X variant Colo. Alright, so let's do a quick comparison. And, you know, despite having the same mold, the color, it's kind of gives a little bit more details, especially on the leg here. You see more of the lines as opposed to the normal version. Well, the blue is really dark here, the navy blue, and even on the back here. And another thing that you might notice is there's no decals on the color variant here. Yep, none of that, none of the caution on the side of the legs. It does not have on this one. Kind of wish they've added that, but then again, that might cost a little bit more because this is more mass produced than this one. The jewels, you have just a clear here, as well as the side, as opposed to the red. Yeah, the red doesn't really show much on my camera, but it is clear red plastic. That one's just clear. I love that orange, really nice. Alright, and let's go over articulation. Start with the head here. Okay, move up, down, side to side. You can tilt it. Again, very good articulation. There's a little bit of a tilt on the base of the neck here, but most of it is just the ball joint, I believe, on the neck on top. Yep. Likewise, you can do the head swap, and usually what I do is I press on the face as I push this thing off and hold it by the ears, and just wiggle it a little bit. It's always the hard there we go. Take your time. And usually the face does come off with it. There we go. Yep. And to put it back on, you just put this on here and slide this. And just be careful as you slide it in. You don't want to hit any of the face decals, like the eyes. And I think there we go. It's not going in. Alright. And now going on with the shoulders, it's a hinge system. I'm just going over the same articulation, and I thought, you know, I might as well make it a complete video. You got the swivel there on the bicep. Elbow bend, fairly good. Not much details here again on the elbow. Kind of wish they've added a little bit more, but it's one of those, has a small profile. You know, a lot of the things is in the legs. Then you have a wrist articulation. I found this part here actually came off quite easily. Or maybe this one here. It is on a peg ball joint. Double jointed, I think. And sometimes it just doesn't go all the way in, but yeah, it tends to pop off. I'm not sure if it's just not there. Anyways, we have the torso here, which you can move side to side. Not much though, because of how it's designed. It's not that it's quite oblong. As well as the bottom part here, just a little bit. But you can turn to the side, so that's actually not too bad. I think in terms of human, what's that term? I think we can only turn that much. You can't really turn unless you're that flexible. And you can bend forward, which is great, and hardly any gaps on the back, which is great. And he can lean up. Again, hardly any gaps. That's really nice. I had a few figures where it's quite unsightly. There's a gap, especially when you're doing certain poses. But this is great. Now on the hips, I had a problem with my regular version where it's too stiff. Fortunately on this one, it's not too bad. It's still too stiff, but not much of a problem where I don't know, for some weird reason, the blue one was just really tight. There we go. And in some aspect, it's nice that they made that really tight, because this is heavy. This is where the die cast is on that feet. And if you want to do a certain pose like that, you want to make sure that thing holds in place. Although, wouldn't it be a bad idea if they made a way, like where you kind of open this up, or there's some locking mechanism. But something tells me if people don't know the locking mechanism, they might end up breaking it. But this one extend for a bit. Yeah, I found this on the blue as well. You can extend this, which is kind of weird. I don't think you need to. It's probably just how it's all connected. But you have the swivel over there. And moving on, we have this really nice knee bend. Actually, let's move this up again. There we go. That's really cool. You got this really nice segment there. This part here is separate as well, and you can bend all the way. That's really nice. I like that. And moving on the back side here, like what I mentioned in my previous video, you want to open this flap here with that thing just a little bit, and trying to figure out how I did this. There we go. I mean, there's a little gap there where you can kind of pry it with your fingers or fingernails, but it's a little tough still. So you make sure that corner, well, this part here has enough clearance. Then you pull up. There we go. Then, yeah, once we get that up, then you can close this. Get the nice thruster effect there. There's not much detail underneath, but it's a nice gimmick. Same thing on this side here. Bend it just enough. Use your fingernails to open that flap. And there you go. Quite nice. And to push it back in, kind of just snap in place. There we go. Yeah, not too bad. Really nice. And moving on, we have the ankle here, and again, it's in that joint system. If you can move this whole leg forward. Actually, that's probably the limitations on that. It's gonna be a little hard to show this, but there's a ball joint there. It's actually the cup. There's a straight peg that goes over to this big ball joint here, which you have the hinge, and that's connected on the front part of the foot. And with that combination, you can do some crazy ankle movement, which is fairly good. I mean, you're probably not going to be using that much, but it is given to you, and it is quite nice to have. There we go. Really nice. For among other things, we have the open hands here, and likewise, more than likely, I'll be using the left one. Although maybe I should use the... Well, I'm still have the other one. So I might have the other one left-handed. But yeah, it's... Put this on here. And likewise, this is my first time putting it on. So there's a little bit of... Yeah, resistance. Right, there we go. Quite nice. And swap out this one. We're just gonna open this up or pop it out. It's just a straight peg. There we go. And where's that blaster? Here we go. Now for the blaster, likewise, you open this up to put the batteries. There we go. I actually already add the batteries. 2 LR41s, and again the bottom of the batteries is pointing towards the LED, and you can test it out. There we go, really bright. And to align it again, where the part of the spring is, there's that little notch on top right there, and I think it's the same red LED. Yep. And I think the idea is you want the spring to hit that circular part, so you just gotta get it over there and you twist it and it turns on. There we go. Push that back in, and there you have it. You got your blaster. You just kind of focus. Whoops. Huh. This was a little loose. You should hear a click. I don't hear that. Well, it's in there. And I think I forgot to mention that there is that butterfly. Yeah, joint on the shoulder. Yeah, some nice details as well. There we go. And on top of that, we can open up this panels here. Maybe get this out of the way. There we go. Not really sure what's the proper way of popping this out. I guess just the first time it's always... There we go. I should have opened that first. And I do apologize if my background keeps making that noise. I guess when I'm moving it. There we go. So you get the thrusters on the back. There we go. Now he's ready. I think he holds it like this. There we go. And we're just gonna turn that in, and I think that thing just dropped again. There we go. Quite nice. Let's turn off the lights a little bit. That's really bright. Already blinding myself a couple times. Oh man, I keep getting tongue-tied. Anyways, continue on with the review. So that's that, and let's bring out the effect parts again. Alright, we have the stand here, and we're gonna use the blue parts first. So first you're gonna put this on, or you can put it here, and this is just the initial one. There we go. Get that thing to turn on. It's kind of off though. I kind of wish it's just a white light again. Yep, but there you go. It's good without it. You don't really need the stand here for this. Since it's quite light, or you can even have this separate one being held this way. Although I really wish there was a peg on the bottom, because when you take this out, you get that peg system there, the trim limiter one. I could pre-drill it, but it's one of those probably best not to touch. Alright, so I'm gonna hold it like this. Oh, I probably should have removed that connector, but gonna get what I'm going for. So you can have an effect or a gimmick where the blast is being set off, and it's a matter of balancing. It's still kind of off, but you kind of get the idea here. So that's nice. Otherwise, you can connect this again. Get this off. Whoa! The back parts are just jumping around. There is some weight on this, so that's probably why. But they are quite durable. I've dropped them several times, not an issue yet. So here we actually have like a mounting point, which is great. You can hold it quite nicely, and it's just a matter of aligning it. Make sure you have to start first here and connect it. I don't think you really need to be in there, but I guess it helps if it does. It's not going in. Well, there we go. Maybe it's just not aligned. But yeah, there you go. Nice effect part. Let's turn on the LED. Yeah, probably the red on the blue doesn't really work out as much. Not too bad. And there we go. Now let's try the red one. Alright, here's the red. It's actually a little bit more vibrant. It's actually quite nice. Comparing it with the yellow, I kind of like this one more. Yep, I think I figured out what was happening in there. So if you look closely, there are actually notches right there, and that's what's holding it off from getting in there. Yeah. And turn on the lights. There we go with the red LED. Yeah, that matched quite well. And I think for this color variant, the red one will work quite well. Yep. But then again, the blue effect part is really nice also. And I think another thing you can do, I just noticed this. So those notches I was mentioning before, it's the same as this one here, and I think you can just use this directly as well. There we go. But definitely you might need to use the stand on this one as well, and it's just a matter of getting this aligned to that. It's kind of hard to see that notch. But there you go. If you just want to make it a shorter burst. Yep. Now it makes you wonder if you want to have several ones. Kind of like what the D-Arts has. Yeah, it's but you have different colors. Well, maybe in the future. Who knows what they'll make. But yeah, this is really nice. Alright, so just want to showcase the blue on the regular version. Really nice. And guess what I found? I found the other connector that I was looking for. I guess it was a package along with this one. It's clear. I overlooked it. Good thing I didn't throw away the package right away. So there's the mystery solved. So you do have an extra one, and you don't have to go fiddling, exchanging it back and forth, which I did. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for the review. Hope you guys like it. And tune in for the New York exclusive one. I'll do a review on that one as well and showcase all three of them. And yeah, again, this is definitely a recommended figure, especially if you're a Megaman fan. Really, really nice. Anyways, that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.